This is Vape Vet once again, and it is time for my final review of the Yocan products. You can find out more about all of their products at yocantech.com. This device is called the E-Prod, and it is for e-liquid, like liquid nicotine concentrates. So I'll open it up, give you a peek at what's inside. Now, for the very first time in one of my Yocan Tech videos, I can say this device does come with batteries included. This is actually the battery I've been using for all the other reviews. It's a 510 thread. So it comes with 2 pins in the package. The same types of pins. You open it up. Really convenient device for transporting your e-juice and liquids. I feel like most of the kinds I've bought, they already come with a pretty easy to dispense mechanism, but it doesn't hurt to keep in mind that some of these might not. So you can pull the top off there and use it to drip into your chamber. So I thought that was cool to come with one of these, even if it's not always going to be necessary. I think the market has realized that including things like this on the top are just going to help their customers, so I think everybody kind of does that now. You also get a USB charger, because it comes with a battery, you need a charger. And, plug-in device. Standard stuff. This light here will be red while it's charging, and then once it's fully charged, it turns green. I think that's pretty common amongst all vaporizer pins, all e-cigs. So you should be pretty familiar with that. So I've loaded mine up with, this is just standard tobacco flavored e-liquid, 12 milligrams. So that's what I've been using. And let's see, I want to point out, 1 second, my camera is dying on us. I don't want to have to reshoot this. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Life happens. Okay, so I want to show you really quick with one of the other devices I have, or not, it's one of the other chambers I bought. So the battery screws on to this piece pretty easily. This is the piece that holds your liquid, and it comes with a cap, just in case there's any danger of it spilling out, which I haven't had a problem with, so, but just in case, there's the cap. And a mouthpiece that screws on top, so you can breathe into the mouthpiece. You can actually take it off, and if it's not too close to the top of your liquid, you can just, breathe straight from the top piece there. If that's your preference. I just keep this mouthpiece on. I don't go too crazy with it. But what I wanted to point out, be careful with these things. Don't drop them. You might be able to see, it might not be focusing right, but my glass cracked just a little bit because I dropped this a couple of times, being a little careless. But it's not leaking out or anything, so that's a plus. But obviously I'm going to try not to drop it anymore. Just quick thing to point out. So even though it's already loaded, I'll go over dispensing your e-liquid in there. If it doesn't come with a top like this, I dropped mine, but load this up with your e-liquid and use it to dispense in there. There's the hole that's connected to the atomizer. So you don't pour inside there, you pour around that spot, off to the side. I'm trying to get a good view here. But yeah, your e-liquid should just be pouring off to the sides. And as you'll notice, there are these wicks, right? A wick that's placed down inside the liquid that soaks up your liquid, pulls it into the atomizer, and then the coil heats that up, and that's what produces your vapor, in case you're interested. So I really liked this device when I first used it, so I'm excited about doing this review. Maybe you can tell. So the first thing I noticed is just the flavor. It captures the flavor of your e-liquid pretty nicely, I think. You press the button down, get it going. Just tastes good. You get a good throat hit. Word of caution: don't breathe in too much too fast. It could slightly burn your throat a bit. I know I've shared this device with some non-smokers just so they could try it out because I thought it looked cool, and they definitely they went straight for it, and I've seen them cough a little bit. But hopefully you guys have got your technique down. You breathe in kind of slowly. A lot of good flavor on that hit. So I really like the pen for that. I think it gets good flavor. You can see you're getting a lot of vapor from this with each hit. The chamber can hold 2.4 milliliters of liquid. That's a pretty good amount. I think they say you should be able to get anywhere between 1,000 and 1,200 puffs off just that. So pretty good for on the go. You're not having to constantly reload it or buy more e-liquid. So that's cool. There's not too much to say. I mean, the battery's good. The chamber's good. Like I said, I even dropped mine and it cracked, and it's still, there's liquid in there. It's still not leaking anywhere. So that's good. I'm not saying go around dropping it, but it's nice to know that it's not just going to shatter on you. And then if there's no liquid on the top, you could just you breathe in from the top there, get an even bigger draw. More, I guess it's a little fuller, but at the same time you run this small risk if you're not careful of just tilting it back too far and getting that e-liquid inside your mouth, which is not advised, but it's safe. Yeah, I mean that's it. Not too much more to say. I recommend it. I haven't used too many e-liquid e-cigs or vaporizers. I find this one to be really good. Kind of sad to part ways with my reviews of the Yocan products, but they were good devices, so I picked them all up. I thought they were well built, good value. You do have to pick up batteries for most of them. If I list them on eBay, I'm going to include probably these same batteries here that come with the e-prod. So that's the review, that's the device. Hope you guys enjoy, and check out my other videos. Thanks.